If you've been thinking about buying an airless sprayer, I got this one from Wagner. I think it's the P130. I got it from Lowe's for like 200 bucks. And before I bought it, I tried looking for an easy setup video, but I couldn't find one, which is why I'm making this one for you. It comes with the startup instructions on the top and a bunch of other shit that I'm not going to read. Inside the machine, you have the hose, the spray gun, and the nozzle. Now, if you look very closely at the spray nozzle, you'll notice one side has a very small pinhole in it, and I guess the results will come out as if you were spraying paint from a can. But turn the key in the other direction, there's a very small slit, and this is for your fan pattern. Now just tighten the tip onto the spray gun, and this is when I realized that the tip has to be loose in order for the nozzle to be inserted into the tip. So then I just tighten this down by hand. Now, the hose that it comes with, this thing's been coiled up tighter than a crab's ass. So once you get these straps ripped off of it, make sure you spend the time straightening this thing out. You don't want it coiling up while you're spraying paint. It would be a royal pain in the ass. So really take the time to make sure this thing's straightened out. You'll thank yourself later. So once your hose is nice and straight, just thread the female end onto the machine. Using a wrench, make sure it's not too tight. And then just thread the spray gun onto the male end of the hose. You really can't mess this step up. And tighten it down with a wrench. Again, not too tight. So the spray gun has this trigger lock, this little black lever. Once it's in position, you can spray your paint, flip it up, trigger's locked. Now it's time to get all this shit cleaned up and get some paint in it. I'm spraying this stain blocking primer by Valspar. This primer is actually really thick. I was a little worried I was going to have to thin it, but I didn't have any problems. Just make sure your screen inside the machine is completely pressed into position before filling the hopper with paint. Once it's full of paint, it's time to get this puppy plugged in and start spraying. Just make sure the yellow knob is in the vertical position before you turn the machine on. And once paint's flowing through the tube, you know the machine's primed. Turn the machine off, turn the yellow knob horizontal to start spraying, turn the machine back on and go to town. This is my first time spraying paint through a paint sprayer, and it couldn't be any easier. Setting the machine up, super simple. Spraying paint, the results are phenomenal. 10 out of 10, would recommend. I'll never buy another paint roller again.